Senator Ted Cruz, how are you, Senator?
Sean, it's always great to be with you. We look forward to welcoming you back down in Texas.
This is my future home is right there in Texas. I'll get a small ranch, as Governor Perry said. We got a small ranch, about 10,000 acres. You want Congress to reconvene. I found a letter that you wrote 14 days ago to the FAA saying that these flights should be banned from these Ebola-ravaged countries. And I read you didn't get a response yet?
No. Unfortunately, the Obama administration has not responded in over 2 weeks. And this is a serious public health threat. The approach of the Obama administration so far has been, like its approach to so many other things, fundamentally unserious. And the time has come to ban commercial air travel from countries that have an active Ebola outbreak. The arguments the administration is giving against it don't make any sense. And the top priority, Sean, should be to protect the health and safety of American citizens. We need to do more. We're not doing enough. And if the president won't act, then Congress should reconvene and Congress should act to protect the American people.
I don't think they could have screwed this up anymore, to be honest, Senator. I mean, it's that bad. If you go back to the comments 2 weeks ago, while you were writing that letter calling for a ban, you were ahead of the curve and you were right. If, in fact, that had been put in place, I think we'd be a lot safer today. But the CDC head was saying, oh, don't worry about it. All you need is a private room with a private bathroom. You don't need anything else beyond that. How could he be so wrong and be the head of the CDC?
Well, the arguments that the Obama administration is giving, they don't make any sense. So, for example, one argument they're giving is they say that they've implemented screenings in 5 airports. Now that's a positive step, but the problem is screenings only work if someone is demonstrating symptoms. Since Ebola has up to a 21-day incubation period, if someone is not demonstrating symptoms, the screenings are ineffective. You know, Mr. Duncan, who flew from Liberia and was able to fly to the United States to DFW Airport here in Dallas. From what we know, when he came over, he didn't have a fever at the time. He wasn't demonstrating symptoms, which means he would have walked right through the screening. What the administration is doing isn't enough. And you know what's amazing, Sean? This shouldn't be a partisan issue. This is a simple matter of common sense. There is an outbreak in Western Africa. Over 8,000 people have contracted this terrible virus. We should be praying for them. We should be helping them. But the CDC estimates if this virus is not contained, by January it could be 1.4 million.
The World Health Organization is predicting as many as 10,000 a week in coming months.
Yeah.
They're also predicting they've raised the death rate from 50% of those that contract the disease now to 70%. This is now a serious disease. The outbreak that the president said was unlikely to come here is now here. Is it as simple as a travel ban and securing our borders? Are borders a big part of this as well?
Borders are a huge part of it. Just last week, General John Kelly, the commander of Southern Command, said if Ebola spreads to Central America and South America, that we could see a mass migration, the likes of which we've never seen. And unfortunately, this administration is not securing our borders, and we don't have the capacity to do so unless and until President Obama decides he's willing to enforce the laws.
So what can you do as a senator? Can you get your fellow Republicans to join you and demand that you be called back into session? Can you do that? Can you make that happen?
Well, I am certainly encouraging other Republicans to do so. I have been encouraged that more and more are coming together. As you noted, 14 days ago, 2 weeks ago, I sent a letter to the FAA asking what precautions they were putting in place and if they were at that time contemplating a ban on commercial air travel.
Yep.
They simply
won't even
haven't responded. But I've been encouraged in the last 2 weeks. You've seen more and more elected leaders, both Republicans and Democrats, arriving on this common sense position, a basic principle of prudence. Let's protect Americans. That ought to bring everyone together.
All right, Senator, I get to see you Saturday night in Dallas. I would invite people to come, but the event is sold out, and we look forward to seeing you. And I look forward to listening to you give your speech, and I'll be giving my own. Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure, Sean. See you Saturday.